Hello to my Cancers. This is Queen of Moon Rock coming to you with your general reading. All right, so I've already prayed over your cards, Cancer, so sending you all lots of love and light. This video is for the 24th of September through October 1st, and on, I want to say the 29th or the 30th is the first quarter moon in Capricorn. So usually when the moon moves through Capricorn, that's where you don't want to carry other people's emotional baggage up your the side of your mountain, right? You're like, okay, because Capricorn is your polarity sign, you're not carrying other people's emotional baggage up your, because it lowers your abundance and your prosperity. It lowers your self-worth. It's like I said, you offloading some mess. Anyway, so whether you are a sun or moon in Cancer, sources like you're putting the past behind you. Like you're not letting people see these where's the cups here? Yeah, so you don't, something about your energy, like you don't want to be pulled into no mess. And I can completely relate to that when we're talking about like something you don't want to be pulled into, like something having to do with Five of Cups connects with some Scorpio, so it doesn't have to be a Scorpio. Something, your 5th house and your 8th house are significant here, and you're in this reading here, your 5th house and 8th house is significant. You just don't want to be pulled into just anything, something. You don't want to be pulled into something. So you're putting a manhole cover over the past because you're a light high priestess. Your gifts are so, whoever you are, Cancers, your gifts are so overwhelming for people. Have people drowning, like they can't even believe that how you pick up on stuff. Like whoever you are, whatever you're picking up on, whoever you are, and I don't know what kind of platform people are on, you're picking up on something and it's so powerful, it's just overwhelming to people. Like how the heck but how in the world do you know what people are secretly planning? Like literally somebody is just saying, okay, all right, stop the presses. Does Cancer have a recorder in my house? Basically, that's what somebody's saying. Does Cancer have, how in the world does Cancer know what the heck is going on? Because you're a light high priestess, that's why. And that's why you're thriving behind closed doors. When people thought, I keep trying to tell, listen, if you're new to my channel, welcome. If you're coming back, welcome back. I keep trying to tell, listen, y'all are right at home behind closed doors. A Cancer will make I'm talking to men and women Cancers, y'all will make your whole home your sanctuary. Like, and so as you're getting downloads and people think that you're behind closed doors with 10 swords in your back, you don't really care that people are talking about you behind your back. You already cut those energies off. You've probably forgiven those energies. You may have said you forgive those energies, but access is denied because it's just too much of a distraction. Not that you hate anybody, but just that it's just too much of a distraction. The gossip is just too much of a distraction. So things come to the air for you all. Your gifts are so, whoever I'm talking to, your gifts are so powerful, it's overwhelming for people. They just can't believe it. They're just like, okay, if they never believed that psychic gifts actually are real, somehow if somebody is watching you, they it is drawing them in. Like they're like, okay, how does this person go down? Like I mentioned in my readings, like for me to shine a light on something going down to a lower frequency in the spiritual realm, to shine a light and say, okay, you know there's greatness in you. What are you doing down here at a low frequency? Get yourself back upstairs, like up to a higher frequency. What are you doing? Believe in your dreams again, like inspiring people. But something about your energy, you inspire people to get back up to a higher frequency. It's almost telling a loved one, like, what are you doing? Why are you hanging out with certain energies? What are you doing? Right? Other people that have psychic gifts. I mean, we're not talking about anything strange or spooky where smoke is coming out of the screen and all of that other stuff. We're talking about somebody who has closed out cycles, because this right here rules 12th house, right? And so you've closed out enough cycles in your life to basically like, okay, something smells fishy, something smells funny, you know, this person they're connected to this, and you know who's running with whom. Like it's something about you closing out cycles. And this is the power of a Cancer, whether your sun or moon is Cancer. You've the moon moves through these zodiac signs every 2.5 days to complete a 29.5 day cycle, whether you're a man or a woman. Something about somebody's gifts very early on. Like you feel things so deeply, it's overwhelming for people. Like it's like I say, is some. I'm talking to somebody who channels energy. That's what this is. That you can go down to a lower frequency, and you know when people are being bullied, right? And you're shining a light on something. So it's like you have somebody has the gift of foresight. So if somebody, if you believe that somebody is being bullied, right? This is the I believe sign. If you even believe that somebody is being bullied, you're going to shine a light on it. So everybody around can start paying attention and taking a look at something, right? It's so overwhelming for people. It's just almost like, okay, if they even thought about bullying somebody, here you are with a flashlight. What you doing over there? What you doing? Right? What's going on? Like what's going on here, right? If you even believe that, right? So that you can go ahead and shine a light on something and then come back up to a higher frequency because you're a light high priestess. Something about it mirrors something that you may have gone through when you were younger that was overwhelming for you, and something is like you're like the bully police. You're like, okay, I'm gonna shine a light on something. Something is happening, no matter where it is under the moon. You're like, no. I'm part so people can put the past behind them. You're like the hall monitor, whoever you are, right? So we're starting out with your card here. So Spirit is emphasizing your intuition, your dreams, and psychic sensitivity. And so trust your inner vision as hidden truths come to light. The challenge would be the 5 of Cups here, right? So the challenge this week is your emotional release. And so old grief or disappointments may resurface. And so Spirit asks you to focus on what still flows rather than what's been lost. So you could be a crybaby. And I'm saying this in a high vibration because tears will, you could be picking up on other people's energy, right? So this is kind of like when people are younger, like at 5 years old, somebody could have said, oh, that person's a crybaby, right? Could have used that term crybaby, but they could have used it like in a way where it was very hurtful, like you almost like it was a negative label. But now you're starting to learn that actually it's a major plus for you. That when you start getting emotional about things, you know how to channel that energy. So you could be around energies who are grieving something themselves and they've learned how to mask something, right? But you're picking, your gifts are so strong, you pick up on like, let me give somebody an example of something. You'll pick up on a married couple, like if they're grieving something, you don't even have to be in the room. This is how powerful somebody's gifts are. You could be single, literally, you could be a single person. If you could pick up on people, somehow there has to be a connection made, like through loved ones or something. That somebody is being bullied to a point of overwhelm, right? And I'm saying bully specifically because it's number 5 here. And something about you're built tough enough to alert people ahead of time that something is either coming, because time is relative, because and this is what keeps you thriving behind closed doors, because it's almost like, okay, if you had a platform like Instagram, like YouTube or Instagram or whatever, you are, and you have a large following, because people are watching you and they may say, I had a feeling that, it's like you're offering confirmation, whoever you are. I had a feeling that something was going on in this couple, and it could be married couples and their family, whoever it is, because so many people had the same thing in common. And I watched this video and that's it, confirmation right there. They immediately go into prayer warrior mode. Because they're not going to go to somebody's house and kick a door down, but they immediately go into prayer warrior mode. So your gifts are so overwhelming. It would be like you'd be like a detective, like you're cracking a case on something, right? And that's not even your title. You just, like I said, I won't say just high priestess, because that's not like, lowering your ranking, but your ranking is, your gifts are so overwhelming. You can put a manhole cover over your own past, right, of possibly being bullied or people trying to pull you into some drama and some mess, because you're helping so many people. Whoever you are, you're helping so many people. And That's why you're thriving behind closed doors. I see somebody possibly getting married, so congratulations. Or if you're already married or thinking about getting married, somebody's like, okay, I need Cancer on my team because your energy is very attractive, in other words. So get ready for the soft life. But yeah, you don't like being pulled into drama. You don't like being pulled into chaos and confusion. It's like, listen, I don't want to hear all of that mess. Which I can totally relate to, right? I don't want to hear all of that mess. You don't want to be pulled into nothing, right? So, but you can alert people ahead of time of kind of like what's coming. So kudos to you, Cancer, whoever you are. Kudos to you. Congratulations in it as well. You get to the root of things. This is your High Priestess gifts, right? So at the root at your root is sacred wisdom. And so you are deeply connected to unseen realms. That's what I'm saying. Your gifts are so overwhelming. It makes people cry. They like, okay, wait a minute now. Hold the phone. How in the world? And so you're deeply connected to unseen realms, and Spirit is asking you to listen to your inner knowing. And so the past influences for you is what I tell you. This you right here thriving behind closed doors. But your past influences that you had enough sword wounds in your back. You know, that's why somebody is tough skinned, but you know enough now to say, listen, stab you in the back, cut them off. That's the end of that. And people may think that you're being cold, but so it's saying, no, you don't want to be distracted. Your ear gate and eye gate, just the vibration of sound, and our bodies are made up of such a large percentage of water. You don't want that vibration in your spirit. So I totally get it. Your conscious influence is the Chariot card, right? And your card here, Cancer, in your awareness is movement forward. And so Spirit is aligning you with strength, direction, and purpose. And so the near future for you is to rise above judgment. Yeah, I mean, that's the near future. But I feel like you've already risen. The spirit right here is already out of the body. You've already risen above judgment. Because people are at this point obsessed with your gifts, right? It's like half people are obsessed with your enlightenment, but the other half is obsessed with ending you. Like, okay, we got to make this person out of a liar. Like, how do they know this ahead of time? It's almost like, let me say like this. Y'all remember the movie The Scrooge, A Christmas Carol, and how like the ghost actually took Ebenezer Scrooge through his past, his present, and his and future, right? And so it's almost like if a couple was about to get into an argument about something and it was overwhelming for a third party to be sitting there listening to something, and they happen to be watching you, they like looking at each other like, okay, wait a minute, let's start checking around the house and see if there's recording. I mean, did somebody leave something? Did somebody have a tape recorder in the house? Do they even have tape recorders? Y'all know what I'm saying. Y'all get the point. So, but it's your compassion. You're the Queen of Cups right here. So if somebody is faking compassion or like trying to mirror your compassion, you pick right up on energy right away. So it's like you stop things before it happens. So if somebody wanted to make somebody cry and somebody happened to be watching you or whatever the case may be, or listening, or you know, have some kind of access to listening to you, they're looking at each other like, okay, well, wait a minute, hold on, how in the world they know what's going on? Dang it. Right? So you see yourself as, like I said, you're compassionate, emotionally attuned. Spirit affirms your depth and sensitivity are gifts guiding you through transformation. And so the Tower card for you all is your environment and influences. It's like you've traveled lifetimes. You've been through something before. Something is generational for you. It's almost like you just know when people are in danger. You know when people are being pulled down to a lower frequency. Somebody's bullying somebody, trying to make somebody cry. You're helping so many, you're helping so many people under this moon. Something about your gift is so rare, it comes around once in a blue moon. And people once went from, oh, they on the high horse, to, hold on, we got to turn around and listen to this. Like, what's going on? Or, you know, cousin so-and-so, or aunt and uncle so-and-so, or family member so-and-so. I had a feeling something wasn't right when I left their house. Hold on. And I'm sitting here asking for confirmation, and bam, here come this high priestess giving confirmation. Like, okay, I need to get on the phone. I need to find out what's going on. I need to double back and turn around and find out, okay, is my so-and-so all right? My cousin, my aunt, uncle, parent, somebody, is my family, my loved one, are they all right? My best friend, whomever. Because how this person know this and they behind closed doors? You're thriving. You're thriving in your gifts, right? Things come to the air for you, boom, you on it, right? And so people could have thought that you were impulsive before, but they're not saying it now. They saying, okay, this person is very structured and authoritative. They talking to the whole freaking world, everybody under the moon. So that's the whole planet. Like, and if people have to be on a particular frequency to pick up on that, right? So if they got a bunch of distractions around them, they're not going to pick up on it quickly. But as soon as they go behind closed doors and make a determination to start cutting people off that have stabbed them in the back, boom, they'll be able to tune into the frequency that source has you on. Like, they'll be able to tune into source's frequency within them. And that's where you're getting your downloads from. So they'll be able to connect with whatever it is you're doing, because there were some energies from your past that basically lowered your worth and lowered your value, right, in terms of your money and whatever the case may be with your gifts. And source is balancing it out, because now people are like, okay, time is relative. I knew something smelled fishy, something wasn't right, something was off. And so there is karma is happening. That's what's happening. Karma is happening. So that's the external shift, or revelations may shake your environment. And so these are cosmic interventions, clearing space for alignment with higher truth. These energies, who could have told people, for instance, that you were talking about them behind their back? Now people are looking at them like, hold on, too many people got the same thing in common. What you talking about? Like, what you talking about, Willis? Right? So hopes and fears would be Two of Pentacles here. And this is like, you may fear instability while hoping to find balance. The Spirit reminds you that equilibrium is dynamic, so it comes through trust and flow. Somebody is really in sources or the creator's flow. That's why it's so overwhelming. It's like making some people cry, like, okay, I need to get to a higher frequency because I'm missing something, right? And so the outcome is the World card. The very energies that went into lowering your money and lowering your value, your second house, your sense of worth, you know, all you had to learn how to do was really trust your gifts, your high priestess gifts during your Saturn return. You could have relocated. You could have been on a new job. You could have been something with personal identifiable information, like where you would have had to move some stuff, right? But you feel fulfilled. You feel fulfilled, right? So it's almost like people can't, because you're not afraid to go down to the lowest of lower frequency. Like when I say, and be a lighthouse and shine that light on some stuff. Like, what's going on over there? Break it up. Like you law enforcement, right? You don't have the title. You don't have the title. You don't have the badge, the nothing. But you just like, okay, what's going on over here? Y'all hanging out and what y'all doing over there? So that's what I'm seeing for you all so far. So keep up the good work. Keep up the good work, okay? So people are now paying attention, whereas they wouldn't, you know, first they weren't paying attention because you had some people in the physical realm like, oh my God, that's crazy. We don't believe in that kind of stuff. Psychics, you know, but it's not psychic in a spooky sense. It's cycles that you learn how to effectively close out cycles in love, right? And you're just like, okay, I don't want to be bothered with all of that in my ear gate and eye gate, right? And so people are like, first they went like, this person is gossiping. They talking about people behind their back. So he apologizes for betraying you, whoever he is, and everything in moderation. You have everything in moderation. So good for you. Talking to you whoever Cancer is in your birth chart. I love this reading for you all. Like I said, you can forgive people and still deny access, because if somebody that close to you stabbed you in the back and hurt you that deeply, you need time to heal. So it could be, you know, apology accepted, but access could be denied because something could have been overwhelming for you. Right? And so people are starting to get how you operate. I mean, all they had to do was tune into this channel. I keep trying to tell people that y'all are sweethearts, but they don't want to hear that. Somebody was trying to mirror your energy, but it just didn't come out the same, because y'all, you can't fake compassion towards people. So you learn how to finally enforce boundaries. That's what you did. You finally learned how to enforce boundaries. So something would not spill over. So there would be no mistake about you enforcing a boundary and why. So this week is going to be about emotional release, karmic closure, and spiritual awakening for you all. The Virgo New Moon grounds you while the eclipse energy continues to transform your path, Cancer. And so trust your intuition, allow healing, and know that you are stepping into a higher timeline. And so sending everybody lots of love and light, right? Lots of love and light and blessings your way. So yeah, let's go ahead and close this out, and I'll meet you over on the Patreon side. Somebody has a demon of pride, so looking for somebody to apologize. Don't. So you are who they prayed for. You are who they prayed for. Yeah. So somebody still telling lies about you, but guess what? You do not care. So somebody feel they're stealing your identity because they have their own. Source is not going to let whoever's trying to steal your identity steal it because they have their own identity. You're just shining a light on something like, hey, 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 what's going on over there? Right? So they looking for recording devices right now. So here we have the angel of prophecy and wisdom is with you. But see, you've already reached out to whoever you needed to reach out with. So let somebody come out the house looking disheveled or a mark on them or something like that. Whoever it is, people already looking. The angels, the answers you seek are coming. So it's time to heal your wounded healer self, whoever you are. That's your Chiron, which is currently retrograde. But you can go ahead and schedule a vacation, whoever you are, because no matter if it's something that's going on under the moon, you pick up on energy so fast it's not even funny. Just continue to keep purging every cycle, every phase. Just keep purging. And so yeah, and try not to get overwhelmed, you know. So your ancestors have a message for you, right? It's you versus you. It's never been a competition, right? So there's greatness in everybody. You have the gift of deja vu. So you're remembering the future. You already know how something is going to turn out because you've already been there. So your ancestors are very proud of you. You already know how something is going to turn out. Bullies usually pick on who they think are the weaker ones. So let's say, for instance, it's you were married to somebody and they're in a relationship and they're bullying. They're not going to come at each other, because if they coming at each other like battle cats, they're going to come at whoever they feel are the weaker of those energies there. So you already know how something is going to end up. I'll see you all over on the, yeah. Let's see if we can set an intention. Let's see if we can set an intention. Yeah, but your gifts, whoever you are overwhelming. And people are just like, okay, they knew something was, yeah, every word I speak is with love, truth, and good intention. Yeah. Continue, like I said, continue being a lighthouse. You're continuing to enlighten people. So yeah, you helping some families deal with some things, or whoever, you know, in their own family, like deal with some things that come up to a higher frequency. You've already been through enough, but you're helping people to sharpen their psychic gifts, whoever you are, just by, but you can't mirror it. You can't really mirror. You can't say, well, I'm better than this person. You're only trying to hear all of that mess. The bottom line is, the answers that you seek are coming. And say, it looks like some of you all have already healed your wounded self, like your Chiron. That's why you're thriving behind closed doors. And so your ancestors have said it's always been you versus you. You don't have any competition whatsoever. You just accepted the call on your life, whoever you are. That's why we're starting out with this leading card right here. You know how to pour into yourself. So when you get overwhelmed, you start shining a light, because again, you've already made peace with something from the past. Yeah, so you're not getting sucked in or dragged in or pulled into anything. All right, I'll see you on the Patreon side. Bye.